is not about right and wrong. This is about how calmness is controlled. It's called controlling the mind. Yoga is difficult in achievement by one whose mind is not subdued by him. You have to subdue your mind. Learn to keep quiet. Learn not to answer for any arguments. If you have an argument with your husband or wife or whoever, your spouse, there is no need to give a rejoinder. Marriages are tossed out because everybody wants to give a rejoinder. They want to give something back. I was doing it in the last whole year. Who do you think has gone to school and dropped the children? I did it. You have not done it. You are doing it just now. Okay. There is no need. You are not trying to prove that you are greater than the other person. It's only your mind is taking that and putting it across and saying, yes, I am greater than anybody. It's called ego. Let the person say what they want to. Why are you affected? That is called controlling the mind. We are doing chapter 6 from the Bhagavad Gita, verse 36. Yoga is difficult of achievement by one whose mind is not subdued by him. However, who has the mind under control and is ceaselessly striving, it can be easily attained through such practice. Such is my conviction. Shri Krishna is saying that it is his conviction, that he knows it very well. He is God Almighty. Now please understand what we are talking about. He is a person who has taken a human form. He is giving this endorsement himself. It is possible to control your mind. If God says so, will it be true? Yes. So if Sri Krishna says that he has a conviction, conviction means he is convinced that human beings can control their mind. Human beings do not have trust in God. They don't have faith in God. That is the reason why they will say, I don't think it is possible. I don't think this is good enough. I don't think I am able to do this. But when the Lord himself is saying these words, he has the conviction that this is possible. Controlling the mind is possible. He agrees that the yoga is a very difficult thing. Yoga means union with God. The yoga of controlling the mind. It is difficult, and to achieve that objective, one has to really put in a lot of efforts. When we talk of efforts, what kind of efforts do human beings put in doing something? You will find that human beings do not put sufficient efforts to do anything. They are very weak. The weakness is so obvious in them that they will not be in a position to achieve their objective because first they are not even convinced that they can achieve it. They are not even convinced that they can do it. They will always give reasoning that this is not possible, that is not possible. I am unable to do this, I am unable to do that. Have you noticed people are unable to get up in the morning? They are unable to do certain things. They are unable to control their mouth. Isn't it? Have you noticed that they cannot even control their thoughts? They cannot control their mouth. If they are supposed to shut up, they will not shut up. They will have to say something. Forget about opening their mouth. They will say it in their mind. And they will deny the process. Denial of the process is, I never did anything. I never said that. So this is reasoning. So the mind by itself is so strong in them that they can give reasoning for anything. Misinterpretation. The mind hears one thing where the other thing is being said. If there is an explanation given, the mind will find its contorted version of what is explained over there. A distorted version, you can say. So if I say just now that you have to get up in the morning at 4 o'clock, am I very clear in saying that you have to get up in the morning at 4? Every day you have to get up. What is he saying? Ceaselessly striving. You have to ceaselessly strive means every day, whether you like it or not. Your job is to get up. So today they have not got up, and at 7 o'clock, if I ask the person, why didn't you get up? The answer is, do you know I had a problem sleeping last night? Do you know that last night I was tossing and turning and I couldn't sleep? The weather was so hot, everything was so hot. Some reason. Somebody came at 12 o'clock in the night, they were ringing my phone, and really ceaselessly trying out this. You have to make that effort of getting up at 4. This is one line. How they will distort the words? In the Bible it is written, God takes a holiday on a Sunday. When did I say Sunday is a holiday? But what happens? Application of some other thing from some other place, they will apply over there and say, no, Sunday you are allowed to sleep till 8 o'clock. Is there any justification in this? So now do you understand how mind came up with reasoning for not doing? This is very common in human beings. No exceptions to the rule. Everybody does this. What is Shri Krishna saying? Only a person who can do it ceaselessly can attain the objective of controlling the mind. Yoga is difficult of achievement. He is agreeing. Yoga is very difficult. This achievement is not possible. If somebody says that they are doing yoga, in the current context, yoga means Hatha Yoga. And they will say, I do yoga every day. You see these people on all these channels, Instagram and TikTok and all these channels, and they are having some nice slim body and they'll do yoga. And some person who is watching them says, I will also do that and I will also become like that. Well, just let me give you one thing. They have shot a video when their weight is less. You are seeing it today. Maybe the video got posted 8 months ago. Do you think they are doing it every day? No. They are doing it on a day when they have to be very nice and fresh and good and clean, and the shooting has to be done so perfectly. And in the editing, they can get away with murder. So don't go by what they do, because that is all fake. Editing by itself is a very beautiful art. They can hide all the blemishes. And people say, oh, that person was doing it so naturally, That means she must be doing it every day. Ask her. Call her up and ask her, what is your weight today? 10 kgs overweight. When was the last time you did your yoga? 15 days ago. When somebody had come to meet me, at that time I was doing. So why were you not doing? No, I don't feel like, I'm having this body pain, I'm having this ache, and then for 15 days, 10 days I was down with flu. Anywhere in the yoga manual it is written that when you have flu or this or that, you are not supposed to do yoga or breathing exercises. Yoga is something which you do like every day when you go for, go to the toilet or something like that, you are supposed to do. It is like that exercise. It has to be done ceaselessly. So there is no such thing as there is an off day. So off day for controlling the mind is not there. So if your mind says you are sick and you are tired and you cannot put on the video and cannot do this, see, every day you will find that when I started this satsang, there were only 5 people. Then one person joined exactly when I started it. Then one person joined later on. And then one person joined one more time. And there are about 3 people absent over there. Why? If you ask these people why did they join late? One reason. Why are some people absent? Some other reason. And if I am asking this question, Guruji reprimands us. I have nothing to do with your life. Let me tell you, whether you join or you don't join, end of the day, my job is to teach. You want to listen to this, you listen to it. If you don't want to listen to it, you can get out. It is for your good. Shri Krishna says, if you do it ceaselessly, regularly and in time, this is good enough for you. But if you give reasoning, whatever the reasons can be, any reason, then you are not going to be consistent in what is it. So it is difficult to achieve by one whose mind is not subdued by him. If your mind is not subdued means controlled, like a dog on a leash. You have to control it. Why is that thought coming? Control it. Say no. Don't want this thought. Are you able to control it? Suppose if I say to you, yesterday you were not there. Okay. No, Guruji, I was very much there. I'm sorry, I didn't see you over there. No, Guruji, I joined. I was very much there right from the beginning. I didn't see you. I will show you. I will take out that video and I will show you. I'll prove it to you. I was very much there. Did you see what I did? I deliberately tweaked that person. And that person fell for it. When your Guruji says you were not there, he is testing your mind. Do you know what is your job? To be silent. To be silent. Let them say whatever they want to. You have to be silent and not get tweaked. Do you remember yesterday's line? Even on provocation, you should not get upset. And what are you trying to do? You are trying to prove by giving me proof of it that you were present yesterday. I will show you the video where it says that I was present yesterday. Do you understand these words? It is to prove that your mind still talks. It wants to prove its superiority over the master who is teaching you. Do you think by making yourself superior are you going to gain mastery over the mind? No way. You are going to get destroyed because you are trying to prove you are greater than your master. It has nothing to do with yesterday's attendance. It has everything to do with controlling the mind. And that never happened. It is not trying to prove that you are right. It should never be that I am trying to prove that I am right. No. The right and the wrong is just a relative term. The mind has to be controlled. So, whoever has the mind in control and is ceaselessly striving, you have to keep on striving constantly. Don't come up with answers. You don't have to give a rejoinder. People love to give rejoinders. Silence. Silence from your mouth and silence in the mind. Tranquility, calmness, peaceful, then mind is under control. But if you want to give a rejoinder, if you feel that there is an argument to be given in your favor because you are right and I am wrong and you are right and I am wrong, I mean that kind of thing, this is not about right and wrong. This is about how calmness is controlled. It's called controlling the mind. Yoga is difficult in achievement by one whose mind is not subdued by him. You have to subdue your mind. Learn to keep quiet. Learn not to answer for any arguments. If you have an argument with your husband or wife or whoever, your spouse, there is no need to give a rejoinder. Marriages are tossed out because everybody wants to give a rejoinder. They want to give something back. I was doing it in the last whole year. Who do you think has gone to school and dropped the children? I did it. You have not done it. You are doing it just now. Okay. There is no need. You are not trying to prove that you are greater than the other person. It's only your mind is taking that and putting it across and saying, yes, I am greater than anybody. It's called ego. Let the person say what they want to. Why are you affected? That is called controlling the mind. So now we go to the next one. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter 6 verse 37. Arjuna said, Krishna, what becomes of the aspirant who, though endowed with faith, has not been able to subdue his passion, and whose mind is therefore diverted from yoga at the time of death, and who thus fails to reach perfection in yoga, which is God realization? So Arjuna is asking a question. So he is saying there is an aspirant. Aspirant means somebody who is trying. See, in the previous verse he is saying, isn't it? Ceaselessly striving. Ceaselessly striving means you are striving. Striving is done by aspirants only. If you have to give a public service examination for joining, say, public, say, some IIMs, IITs, this, that, something like that. You want to become an IAS officer or you want to join a bank or something like that. In India, we have this examination. So that person is called an aspirant. He keeps on giving these examinations after examinations after examinations all the time. Like the engineering college and all those kind of neat examinations are there. So the person is an aspirant. He is trying, ceaselessly trying. So he says, Arjuna is saying, what happens to this aspirant? He is having faith, little faith he is having. He is not saying there is no God, he says there is God. Okay? That means he is convinced that there is God. So if that person is convinced that there is God, then has not been able to subdue his passion. How many people fall into this category? Those who are not able to subdue their passion. Yet you are an aspirant. Yes, yet you will have this faith in God. Yes, there is a God. You have taken this into account. I believe there is a God. I believe, Krishna, you are there. And you are trying. Maybe once in a week you are trying, not ceaselessly. Once in a week you are trying, or twice in a week you are trying to do something. Okay. So you are trying, not ceaselessly, trying. But trying. From your perspective, from 0 to 2 times in a week is definitely a fantastic growth. 0% to 200% it is. Would you agree with it? Oh no, when you are not doing anything and now you are really trying, twice in a week at least. It's a 200% growth in your achievements. So would you call that trying? Yes, from zero it is trying, of course. But then from 2 days to 3 days, it's a 50% growth. From 200% it has come down to 50% growth. And after that it will come down to 33% growth. Okay, additional of one more day. So do you understand? 25%. This is how it seems like. So this person who is trying is an aspirant. So Arjuna is, because he himself is not in that category, so he is trying to phrase a question, frame a question, like, now I just want to ask you this question. Okay, suppose there is a guy, okay, this person, he's an aspirant, please understand, okay, and he is trying, and yet he's not able to control his passion. I have to meet my wife at least once in 2 days. Oh, really? Okay. And whose mind is therefore diverted from yoga. So while he's doing this, he's diverted from yoga a little bit. What this line is saying, let me put it this way. There is something which he has to do 7 days a week, 365 days in a year. Now, in 1 week, he does it twice in a week. Some yogic activity. Okay? He may be getting up in the morning. Okay? But 5 days in a week, he is not able to do. And now if that fellow dies, in one of those 5 days when he is not doing, then what happens to him? See, he is dead when he should have been getting up at 4 o'clock, but he is dead when one day when he gets up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then what happens? This is what the question is. So, whose mind therefore is diverted from yoga at the time of death is an example, and who thus fails to reach the perfection. So he has made concessions to himself. And though he's trying and he's very sincere and all that kind of thing, but yet he is attaining, at the death something happens, maybe he's not able to do that God realization. Then what happens? So this is like asking, what about the exceptions to the rule? Something like that. So now let us see what Krishna says. So we are doing chapter 6, verse 38. Krishna swerved from the path leading to God realization and without anything to stand upon. Is he not lost like the scattered cloud, deprived of both God realization and heavenly enjoyment? Yes. This is a question which is continuing. So Arjuna says, see, I gave you this exception. This person dies when he is not able to get there. He's trying desperately, So, maybe what is going to happen to this person who dies? He is like Trishanku. Now you will ask me, who is Trishanku? Trishanku is a character who is suspended in animation between places. Now imagine here and Earth is there and Mars is there. And somebody is going in a rocket over there. And in the middle only the rocket fails and it is just stranded over there. So he is neither on Earth nor on Mars. So he is just stranded in the air. So that person is called Trishanku. Okay, Trishanku. Trishanku. What you should do is you should go to Wikipedia and search for this story. It's a very beautiful story. Somebody is, in Hindi they say, na ghar ka na ghat ka. Neither from the house and nor from the ghat. So, nowhere, somewhere in the middle only. They say, ghar ka na ghat ka, dhobi ka kutta. Means he is the dhobi. Dhobi means washerman, his dog. Washerman's dog is nowhere, neither at home nor on the ghat where he washes the clothes. He's just roaming around in the middle. So like that. So Arjuna is asking this question. It's a very funny question, but also very serious. Because suppose the person is there and he dies at that point in time, when he is not able to have yoga with God, and yet that fellow is dispassionate. Remember this. He's trying out to be dispassionate. Neither here nor there. So he's in the middle somewhere, hanging somewhere. Then for that man, he is not able to get to God realization, and neither does he get any heaven. Got it? When you are passionate about something, at least you are sanctioned one heaven. Suppose you are passionate on going to some temple, and you are like every day you have to go to the temple, every day you have to do the puja, every day you have to, Guruji, I do this Ganesha puja every day, yes, I go to this temple, I go to Balaji temple, I do this. I am a very devout person. Okay? You are very passionate about the prayer. Yes, of course. Every day I say Gayatri mantra. Okay? Every day I do this. So they are very, very passionate about certain thing. And if I tell them, oh, how are you spiritual by that? But don't you see, I keep on repeating those words constantly. Yeah. Or I read the scriptures. So if he reads the scriptures every day, let us say, or he says Gayatri mantra every day, when he dies, at least he will attain some heaven of some God, no? Because he is doing that every day. But here, 2 days in a week, he is only doing this dispassionately for Krishna to attain God realization on one side. And the rest of the week, he is doing that Gayatri mantra. So, the heaven from where he is supposed to reach by saying Gayatri mantra will say, see, the rest of the 2 days you are not entitled for it, You have landed here on a Monday, we are closed for 2 days. The heaven is closed for you. Do you know this happens with us? You take a coupon and you go to some place and they will say, this coupon is expired last month only. But last month was yesterday. No, it expired yesterday only. So what do? Nothing, you can't do anything. So like this, this fellow, poor fellow's coupon is expired of going to heaven. Because when he died, he was doing this God realization thing, something, controlling the mind and all. And the rest of the day, he was doing something else. So then what to do with such a person? So, is he not lost like a scattered cloud, deprived of both God realization and heavenly enjoyment? That is the question. So, the next verse. We are doing chapter 6, verse 39. Krishna, only you are capable to remove this doubt of mind completely, for none other than you can dispel this doubt. So, Shri Krishna, you are the only one who can tell me what is the answer. Because first and foremost, you are that great God. And the second one is, you have control over all these other heavens also. Are you not the boss of all the heavens? There is a God of heaven, yes. Brahmaji is there of Brahmaji's heaven. Indradev is there in Indra's heaven. Everybody, Kailash, Shivji is there in Kailash. And various other gods and goddesses are there handling their own heavens. But you are that God realization that I am talking about. And you are the master of everything. Now, naturally, you know the answer, isn't it? So, can you please guide me in this? Because for me, this answer is very, very important. What happens to this person who is suspended in animation in the middle? He has neither realized you, or does he have any visa for any of the heavens? No visa for any heaven. Why? Because he has not fulfilled the criteria of all 7 days a week. 365 days in a year, in that he has taken 100 days holiday trying to think he is going to get God realization. You understand? Twice in a week. So 100 days. So in a year. So what to do with such a fellow? So Arjuna is asking this question. Please give me the answer. So we have come to the end of verse 39. We will stop over here. We will get the answer tomorrow.